Are we live? I don't see Pix. Are you talking? How's it going, Pix? There we are.
Yeah, I think we're live now.
Yes, we are live. Hello. My voice is blown out, so why don't you introduce us, and I can explain why my voice is blown out after that.
Okay. Hi, everyone. SpeedGaming 3. Welcome to Link to the Past Casual Boots Tournament. Another race here. I think this is the round of 16. We've got game 3 here between Teto and Ticknaldo. I am Pixcalibur, joined on co-commentary by Josh Bittner and tracking Jandiby. Josh, how you doing?
I am going to be sounding a bit haggard today. You see, I saw Alanis Morissette in concert last night with Joan Jett, two legends. And yeah, I sang my little heart out, so I don't know how I'm going to have any voice for when I see the Foo Fighters later today. So why not try to talk for an hour, right?
At least you enjoyed yourself.
Oh yeah.
On that though.
We're gonna be blasting off through Escape here, and not a whole heck of a lot gonna be going on for a little while until we either see something wonderful, which would be not $50 or a piece of heart.
More or less just the standard stuff.
Yeah.
There was a map check. I believe it was Eastern and Hera. I believe it looked like regular crystals, and I think a green pendant in Desert. See if we get another check at that later.
Oh, hello. That's actually a nice pickup.
Oh, okay, so this will be an interesting start. Might actually draw them into early Eastern. Usually we see that kind of thrown aside in many seeds.
Yeah, but no arrows to shoot the ball and chain guard with, unless we get some arrows in this chest right here. That would be cool. Oh, just the required key. Unless we get a drop, but I don't think we will. You could see if the green guard will give us, you know, some arrows to do some shooting with, but I doubt it.
I mean, at that point, they'll just go with a bunch of sword swipes or take the pots if they need to. Yeah, just easy swipes there.
At this level, when we're at the round of 16,
of course.
Isn't it ironic? In theme with the show I saw last night, right there. But yeah. Well, we have 10 shooty boys for something, I guess. What I was gonna say though was at this level, yeah, our runners are gonna be doing 8 slashes. You see just like a little bit of time over doing a 1-pot 4-slash, or especially over 2 pots. So those looking to get in the game, yeah, the ball and chain guard fight with 3 hearts and a fighter sword would be a good thing to practice.
I think it's just getting as close as you can to the ball and chain, because I think the swing is going to go past you.
Right, you have to get a feel for the distance where you need to stand so you don't tink your sword off the ball and chain or hug him or what have you, so all part of the learning process. Now we're heading into the back and the sewers here. Oops. Runners that see me posting on various Discord, or folks that just see me posting on various Discords and the off topics, know that I have a small dog, and, well, she didn't really like my wife and I being away all evening, so she did a revenge pee on our bed, so that timer is me. I'm gonna be dipping in and out of here every so often, doing a couple loads of laundry to wash all the sheets that she peed on.
Yeah, probably not gonna miss too much. So yeah,
Yeah,
you
I mean,
step
I have
away a
a
couple minutes.
yeah, I mean, I have 10 minutes that alarm that went off. I'm realizing, well, the dryer doesn't finish for another 10 minutes, so yeah, and we're gonna restrict her from that bedroom for tonight. Well, Ticknaldo had a really spicy, I believe, 5 on the button escape. I think Teto got bullied by some rats and stuff, so a little slower out of the gate, but
Yeah, I think Teto was like 5'10", which is still really good. I mean, that's probably the
yeah,
standard's like 5'30"-ish. You try to aim under that at least.
yeah, I mean, our runners at this level definitely can get between a 5 flat and a 5'10". My best usually, if they don't bonk anywhere and, you know, things go my way, I get a 508, which is okay, but, you know. It's all about, like, practicing your movement and remembering that, ooh, we have a book on the
Ooh,
lumberjack.
yeah, boy, that's probably not the best thing you want to see there, because that's gonna be hanging in the back of their mind unless they get funneled into Aga.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of our 2 ways into Desert Palace, should we need to go there. Yeah, it's not something I'm too happy to see there, but, you know, I'm not going to worry about it for a bit. And Teto saving those 3 seconds on an item pickup, not fluffing that 20 rupees in the forest drop down or in the mushroom spot. And we have Teto saving and quitting. I wonder if this is going to be booking it straight to Eastern and skipping Kakariko until we get more goodies. Sure looks like it.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting bit of diversion here. Let's see if this pays off. Ticknaldo going for the guaranteed bombs. Gonna go for the traditional CAC route. See what you find here.
Alright. Simultaneous prize rooms here. Oh, we have a blue cane so far. Oh, there's a hook shot. That's what we're talking about. Nothing really important in Saha's closet.
Yeah, so definitely not ditching CAC on this seed. I know some seeds that could be just all garbage, but not with that hook
Yeah.
chart.
Well, I mean, Ticknaldo will be there soon. What he's hoping for, oh, we got the quickest map check in the world, so I kind of missed that one.
Yeah, that was just a recheck. It was 2 crystals. Eastern and Hera were regular crystals, and Desert was a green pendant.
Okay, so we may not need to go into Desert. We'll see. Oh, there's a cane of Samaria, though. Kakariko is going to have a few toys for us that... I mean, Teto will get back there. I mean, what Teto's hoping for is to get something like the flute so that he can activate it in one go as opposed to coming back to activate it. So, I mean, this is fine. The only real perk would be, like, getting a fire rod or the lamp to put the boss into logic. And so far, Ticknaldo not really finding any of goodies of those sorts. Stuff we want, but... Sure looks like clearing Eastern Palace is going to be out of logic for a bit. There's our cape. One step closer to Aghanim.
Now, that's going to be interesting. If they find a lamp, they're probably not going to be eager to dip Aga, no, unless it's a funnel into that. Nope, library, just another heart container. So, let's see, race game.
Ah, yes.
And, wow.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to figure out something else to do. And Ticknaldo gonna follow into Eastern Palace. We have what we need to beat this out of logic. Nice to get it done early. And, you know, we might get a nice, lovely prize. Seems like we're running into a little bit of stream issues here, but we'll probably have that up eventually. Fortunately, since Ticknaldo is following, we'll be able to see on Teto's side what we're gonna be finding here in Eastern Palace. Alright, a Quake Medallion sitting out of logic.
Chat putting something pretty insidious. Forced Aga to get book for Pearl. I mean, that is possible. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Moon Pearl in some really bad spots, at least not recently.
Alrighty, so we're gonna be facing our boss soon. Let's see if we get ourselves any goodies here.
Yeah, I think there's still an extra item here. Let's see what will come up. Nope, nothing there. So really just a crystal from Eastern, but gotta do it anyway.
Yeah, we knocked it out, right? It's over.
I mean, there's no, like, oh, I didn't come here. I should have come here, like, 20 minutes ago. There's something big here, so
Yeah.
might as well.
Alright, either Tato's gonna clean his cack skip, or we're gonna go to the South Shore. And it looks like we're gonna rush the South Shore, really committing to that cack skip. Or we're gonna approach from the south. I think we're collecting maybe a couple of bombs, and then checking out from these 50-50 bombs. Looks like a swing and a miss, though. We have money. We can purchase bombs from the shop. Or if we wanted to waste a whole bunch of... Oh, there's clothes there. That's what that was on the race game.
Yeah, I didn't think that when Ticknaldo saw that, I was like, yeah, I don't think they're gonna get that. Rotas have done plenty of runs with no armor.
Yeah,
I think an issue.
When I was doing vanilla preset earlier this year, it made me more comfortable playing the whole game on green mail. But sometimes it's kind of nice if you're not going to get a lot of health over a seed to have that armor if it's available, so probably like 25 seconds though to get that armor, so kind of a call to make as a runner in this situation.
It'd probably be easier to get if they were doing a blind check of the
Right,
race.
yeah.
It's like, okay, you know what, I've already done most of it, I might as well just pick it up.
Precisely. Alright, as promised, this is going to be one of my first BRBs. I shall return in a few minutes to get the next of all those linens dealt with here. I'm so sorry. I'm jumping in last minute. You know, solo comms is never fun with you. Someone can kind of help you out a little bit, but we'll have to see. I guess Ticknaldo will be the first into the South Shore area, right?
Yeah, that's what it's going to seem to be.
All right, let's see if my wizarding predictions are any good. I think we're probably going to find a glove or a lamp there. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so at this point, still not really any direction for Dark World access. I'm going to need either the lamp or... I really don't have any Dark World items. Hammer, glove, moon pearl. So waiting to see if any of that shows up. No mountain access yet either. Our first peek into Mini Moldorm Cave. Let's see if it shows up here. Okay, that's our first bottle. So that's Sick Kid. It's another check there. And not much else besides just that bottle. And Teto just following suit, so they're both just doing their South Shore checks. So... Okay, that was a glove in the Ice Rod Cave, so that's interesting. So that does put the mountain in play. Not in logic, but they're... good chance they're going to be scouting that just to get to the Paradox Cave checks. Okay, old band with nothing. Yeah, apologies for the little bit of technical difficulties. We'll try to get that all straightened out. Okay, so nothing on the upper part of the mountain, just a couple of heart pieces. Ticknaldo giving us our first look into Paradox Cave. Okay, well, there's the other armor upgrade, so yeah, the race game has the other armor, which is not going to make that much of a difference. Pretty much blue mail is going to be more than enough.
All right, I have returned. I do see that we found a glove.
Ooh, okay, that's interesting for Pearl. So that is lamp or flute locked. So, I mean, Aga's still not to play without that lamp. Got a Gina check here, and okay, nothing on a Gina. So, yeah, Glove was on the Ice Rod Cave.
Yes. Still doesn't drastically help us, so I wonder what we were supposed to... I mean, obviously it lets us sequence break the mountain, but, I wonder what we were supposed to find.
So this is let's see. So I don't think they checked Sick Kid. Zora is in play. Oh, that's gonna be bad to do forced money grinding, because I mean Paradox did have a 300, but that's not in technically not in logic.
Right, yeah, we see Ticknaldo going to Agina, which we saw Teto do. So I think our runners kind of know what's up. Something's logically not ideal, and we have to sort that out.
Okay, I think this section is just more retracing steps. Gives us a couple minutes. Can I get back on track here? I believe both runners have the cape, because that cape was in back of tavern.
Right. So Ticknaldo has the money to go pay the scamfish, who might not be a scam today. I think we're gonna set up a water walk from... Yes, exactly. I was about to say, I wouldn't necessarily, you don't need to go all the way to Ice Rod Cave to set that up. It's common to do it that way. But, as seen right there, Ticknaldo going to trigger. And if they're doing what I think they're doing, they might be doing a heads-up play to set up a double water walk. No, they're not. Okay.
So when they do water walk, does it have to be off that type of ledge they jump off of?
In order to dash, yes.
Okay.
And if you don't have the Moon Pearl, then you can't reset, like run in here and get the contents. Disappointment and anger in there. But let's see what our scamfish has. 5 rupees on the Zora ledge, so we don't need to either use bow and bombs to do a splash delete or arm a double water walk.
Okay, let's see what do we got here from Zora. Is that's quite the scam. Oh, burned.
I've seen some NFTs give you a better return than that.
Single rupee. I think Floating Island had the single arrow. So I think might be just down to Sick Kid. I don't think we have any other checks here.
Oh, that was evil. Getting all that cash together, and just for $1
Imagine if you had to grind off going into the before desert, get like 50 rupees at a time. Oh,
there's our lamp. Alrighty, that's our Aga one's our Dark World access probably now, and
okay, so there we go. There we go.
That's pretty rough.
Funneled into Aga. This is like the worst setup you can get. It's just a fighter sword and not much else. I mean, it's not that bad if you had like a tempered sword and you get funneled into Aga. Okay, whatever. You just rush up. But this one is I mean, they got Burna, so that might help a little bit.
Well, what's gonna be the thing that will be the nicest to have is those arrows, so that we can shoot some of the ball and chain guards to speed those up, since we don't even have tempered. So we gotta get our shots in, and Yeah, we still have 10 for some of the red guards. Oh, we have an arrow pack from that one. That was actually kind of nice.
And the hook shot's also nice just to slow down the rooms a little bit. Gets too chaotic. Can stun most of these enemies. And actually, the getting forced into AGA 1, I mean, it's annoying, but they may actually just go pick up that book while they're at it. So at least it rules out, they have to, in case, like, if the tablet ended up having something, or at least they didn't have to think about.
Right. So I don't know about you, but in a situation like this where I have an incomplete kit after AGA 1 for Dark World Access, I go to Pod right away, especially because we have the bow. Too many times I've played seeds where your mitts were in Pod or a French vanilla hammer.
Oh, especially with, lamp and bow, the only thing they really can't do is finish the level. So, even if pendant, a pod's a pendant, they might do catfish and,
Yeah, because you do get the save and quit. That is very true.
and yeah, I mean, especially if they can do all of pod, and if they get all the items, if Helmet Sword just has like a map or a compass, okay, you got all the items out.
Right. Very nice hook speed. Look how far we can get. Oh, but Teto wins the hook speed challenge.
Got up to the torch. That's might be about closest to as far as you can get. I don't know if you can get to the, like, past the back barrier, to the
You'd have
curtain.
to ping some of the top execution runners to see what they could do.
I mean,
But
we test it out on a.
Osora, who has defeated the mighty Jen, saying we can pass the torch a tiny bit. I'll take their word for it. Osora is in one of our top 8. They'll be facing GFE.
I mean,
A
for the
little bit of a freeze here, but we're gonna be able to fix that probably. It's
probably
just
for
the
the
AGA 1 fight, we're just
yeah.
gonna be sending some magic shots back.
I think for the to see how far you can truly get, probably just get like a tool assisted. Take a tool assisted run and see how far they can get. But that's probably be like the
Yeah,
actual theoretical maximum you can do.
just getting that actual hard limit. I know there's like some Super Mario Brothers like NES like speedruns that are basically practically at the task level in terms of like human execution like that. It's physically impossible to almost go any faster. It's a matter of just nailing it.
I mean, yeah, it's probably just a frames off at most. That's crazy how they can do that. Yeah, it probably takes like, oh, that's an interesting ledge. Guess I'll keep that for later. So mushroom. Let's see, pendant, ice and TR.
All right.
Okay, red crystals, swamp and skull woods. Okay, so that's may not necessarily need at least the ice rod.
Yeah, I think the ice rod was the only thing. We have Teto going into Pod and Ticknaldo electing to go to Village of Outcasts. So, big point of divergence here. If something is in Pod, Teto's going to be very, very happy.
Yeah, especially if it's something like a hammer or even mitts would be big items to find. Ooh, okay.
We
well, we can
have
get that.
Yeah, we can claim our Bombos. That might be required for for Misery Mire. That gets us 2 coins, so getting yourself 66% chance of being able to get in to Mire later is kind of nice.
Bomble's also nice in case you get stuck with fire locking fire.
Oh, hopefully we don't. Ah, there's the flute
Ooh,
and pod. So Teto's smiling now. It's what I kind of alluded to earlier. I always feel like there's going to be a progression in pod and an Agaseed, just because it's immediately available to you with or without the hook shot.
I mean,
It's
at this
definitely a
point,
school of thought. There's some top runners that do this, and some runners that don't believe in it. And while you're committing to that double dip here, I feel like um, you can usually the big key's in the back anyway, so you're going to be full clearing the dungeon anyway. And then if you get something like the flute, once we have the hammer, we can get back here quite easily. Unfortunately, we have a bit of a freeze on Ticknaldo's side, so we're going to be a bit denied for knowing what's in the Village of Outcasts right now. Um, and Teto setting up for that Death Warp so that we can continue on.
yeah, luckily it's mostly small keys in there. It's like, see, way too often you get 4 heart pieces, sank heart, or something that messes up your death warp.
And I don't fault Ticknaldo for going to Village of Outcasts. There's lots of things to do here. He'll be the first to hype cave as well. We have, aside from the big chest that we can't get, we can fully get a crystal here. We have invincibility items if we don't know the blind script. It's a free boss kill. Of course we get barely any items in the front of Thieves Town, though. Why would you be allowed to have nice things?
Was it just 1 item?
I think so, because I mean, once the max you can get is 3 in casual boots, and we got the small key in the front, so that makes your maximum 2. So if there was a dungeon trash in the front, then you're down to 1.
It's like never good to see the small key. I mean, you ideally just want it to
Yeah,
lock
I
itself up.
mean, right, but not this time. Alright, there's our big key in the back. With all of the keys now, we can unlock all the doors. We're gonna have to wait for Ticknaldo to come back. Well, these last 2 chests are gonna be it for Teto here, unless there's a French vanilla or vanilla hammer here. And of course, he's looking to Death Warp, but
Yep.
instead gets a full refill. Thanks a
There we go.
lot.
Nope, just compass. Well, I mean, at least saving and quitting's not that bad.
No, we're gonna get put on the mountain, so we can go Oh no, it actually put him in the Link's house. Huh? Oh, it's because the flute's not activated, and we don't have the mirror. So we just gotta use the Aga portal, then we can go investigate Village of Outcasts. Hopefully we'll see kind of what Teto got in Village of Outcasts and in parts of Thieves Town. Both runners are just going to skip the catfish forever. I don't blame them. The catfish never has anything. Until it does.
I mean, maybe if they get mirror, then that's something they could consider, because they could just then pair that up with the mushroom.
Yeah. Well, just some bombs off the boss, so unless there was something else that we didn't see in the in parts of that dungeon, that was just another crystal. The flute doesn't help Teto yet, but it's gonna start helping him soon. Our lovely tracker, JanDB, is saying, based on his tracker, nothing exciting in Thieves Town. Or in Vu, probably. We have Teto's gonna be doing the Dunk of 50,000 seed spreadsheet play here. We're gonna scope out one of or two of the items here in Skullwoods first before we go to Vu.
Well, you got Samaria.
Yeah, I was gonna say we defeat the puzzle immediately. Only for a map though, unfortunately.
I mean, I have seen some, at least more than a couple seeds where that was put off to the very back and that had fire rod in it.
Oh, of course. The French vanilla fire rod is the ultimate punish. So we have Ticknaldo booking it for Hype Cave while we get a small key in the front of Skullwoods for Teto. Oh, thanks a lot. A big key now. Right, Hype Cave. Really not delivering. Just half magic. I'd give that a solid 2 out of 10. Oh, there's the hammer, though. Ooh, that's a huge pickup for Teto. Somewhere in the Chicago area, Big Dunka is starting to smile wickedly. Or yet another big item in Skullwoods. That gives, of course, Teto access to one more check in Thieves Town. We're going to see Ticknaldo turn in the mushroom.
Yeah, I don't know if we counted 4 items in Thieves Town. Okay, a bottle. Blue potion. We might as well take it.
Yeah, that's the juice. That's the Mountain Dew live wire variety. That's the blue Mountain Dew, I think. Alright, this is Ticknaldo gonna be going to Pod, but unfortunately, while the flute is quite nice, won't be able to fully clear the dungeon because of the hammer being in Skullwoods. This is gonna hurt Ticknaldo's routing.
Yeah, I think for Teto it did less because he did Pod first, and he's probably just gonna float back there, hopefully finding a mirror. Oh no, you only need a mirror, you just ready clear Eastern, so don't really
yeah, the Wombo combo is dead. But yeah, I wonder where Myths are gonna be at. We're starting to drill down on locations that we have access to with our current equipment set, so
So yeah, the front of Thieves was pretty garbagey, just that one heart piece. Teto's gonna be able to get all the checks, so if there's something big in that big chest, that's gonna give him a little bit of an edge there.
yeah. So Ticknaldo is going to be retracing some steps for a bit. Teto will give us some info about the missing chest in Thieves. I'd say at this point, if its progression in that big chest of thieves, it's utter disaster for Ticknaldo. Because that is going to be close to a hard last location for Ticknaldo, the way this has shook out for him.
It's first he's gotta go to Skull Woods first, and who knows when that's gonna be, because there are people who put that off for most of a race.
Sora is banging the drum for those vanilla mitts. And you know, the moment of truth is coming in about 5 seconds. And we'll know in about 5, 4, 3, 2,
Mirror.
1, and...
Oh my gosh. Okay, Osora. Alright.
Okie dokie.
Okay. He
Well.
just sent their energy out to... Oh.
How does it feel to be a wizard, Osora? Burn the witch. That is disgusting.
That's
this is really unfortunate for Ticknaldo now, and yeah, this is when runners, if any viewers are out there saying, and the runner is saying that I got randoed, this is exactly what we're talking about. You know, you've played well to the best of your abilities with the knowledge that you have at the time, but the reality is it's imperfect knowledge, and, well, that's how it goes sometimes.
I mean, even if, Mitts, you do get, last location a little bit sooner, but still, that's gonna first be a trip into Skullwood, and then he's gonna have to go back through all of Thieves again. So just double dipping that is like another 2 minutes.
Yeah. That's a tough one for Ticknaldo. You know, I feel bad for him. This is rough. Because yeah, now Teto has access to quite a few things. You know, we can defeat Meyer. Probably defeat Meyer. Anyway, we have a 2 in 3 chance of being able to get into Meyer. You know, we have... I mean, basically what? We're looking for Flips, Mirror, and Fire Rod at this point?
Let's see. So you need Hera access. No, they have Hera access, so that's not a problem. Pods cleared. Yeah, they need Mirror, Flippers, Fire Rod, like you said. Possibly Ether, depending on Meyer.
Just Ticknaldo has quite a bit of ground to make up on based on the way the routing worked out. I mean, we have to go to Skullwoods, we got to then go back into Thieves, and then back into Pod. I mean, Teto hasn't gone back into Pod yet, but I'm sure he'll be waiting to do that for a little bit. We have more interesting things we can do than defeating the boss for one item when we could, potentially get a sword upgrade. We do need one of those as well, by the way. I forgot about that. We're still on Fighter Sword.
I mean, to be fair, if the big chest had that been something like Flippers, that might even would have been worse for Ticknaldo, because Flippers doesn't really lock much. So
yeah, I mean, eventually, yeah, we're gonna take the Smith on a world tour for now, probably because Teto's gonna be interested in activating his flute on his next save and quit. Oh, are we setting up for a fake powder? I believe we are, because he intentionally burned all of his mana with that cape. Very interesting.
Now, Ticknaldo was gonna get that book, and the problem is that's just gonna push him further away from Skull Woods, and if he decides to go into Green Pendant Desert, that is full clearable, but That's a bit of a distraction in there.
I mean, this is his best option, right? Based on what he personally knows at this point. He does not. They don't know that there's a cursed chain that he has to do.
And yeah, and him going back into Thieves Town again, and for one check is probably the last thing on his mind. So that's pretty good chance that's gonna be a hard last location.
So let's see. We got the small key to check the 2 prizes here. And what do we win? We win a map, thanks. And the big key, alright, a coupon. This is Teto gonna be activating their flute, turning in the smith, and then setting up for the fake powder. Alright, a compass on the torch, so no thanks. Oh dear, we lost Ticknaldo. I'm sure it'll be right back. Just me for the moment, though. Alright, there's Ticknaldo. Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, a little bit of a tech issue there. The Discord crashing.
Unfortunate. Fortunately, not too much missed here. We're gonna see our magic bat play, and what do we get here? Just some bombs. Alright, Ticknaldo gonna take on the boss.
And if Magic Bat had something like the mirror, that just would have been like
Evil.
icing on the cake there.
Let's see. Oh, this looks to be Teto fetching their book. I guess I wonder if they're thinking about Desert as well. I'm surprised. We have the ability. Now, forgive me. I mean, I was out late last night at a concert, so my mind isn't fully here. We have access to Dark Death Mountain, right?
Yes,
so we got the myths.
That's in full play.
Why aren't... And we have the hook shot. I'm kind of curious as to why, we're not checking out 7 items. And we can also defeat Hera as well for a crystal, as Osora is pointing out. And the tablet, like Rail and Tankiers. Huh.
Yeah, that's a lot of info. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, maybe they're just getting all these corner checks out of the way. Because, I mean, how much more... I mean, they're not going to be...
Teto's going to be going into Mire first. I see. Because he has the ability to check this. Oh, but it's Ether that we need to get in there.
Of course. Of course. It's always the one we don't have. Maybe Doorstep.
Very cool.
Doorstep has it. Let's see, Heart Container. No, not on the Doorstep.
Yeah, I mean, for Ticknaldo, it makes sense to go into Desert. I was about to say, like, here we go. Thank you, Teto. We're doing something sensible.
I mean, probably doesn't have a whole lot of outside checks. Oh, they have Greek Pendant, another bottle. Okay. So that's not the answer.
Just some juice. Some Mountain Dew Code Red. And, well, Ticknaldo, yeah, we gotta go to Skull Woods. I think that's what's on their mind right now, and,
let's see if it's maybe even going for a catfish. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get these corner checks out.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, probably starting to feel like he's flailing a bit. You know, we got to do something wacky to get ourselves back in here. So, catfish it is. While we can't collect this item on the tablet, we can at least see what it is. And it's the mirror. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, we kind of need another sword pretty quickly.
You know, this is a case where the being funneled into Aga was not a bad thing. Because had Aga been optional, who knows when they would have considered going back for that. If we'd be last location to do Aga 1 for that book. That doesn't open a lot of checks.
Ooh,
wait.
There's our flippers. Teto going for the boomer, spins, hook speed strats. Well, it gets the Harapot.
I didn't check on the catfish. I don't think it was anything.
No, it was, I believe, 3 bombs. So this is Ticknaldo gonna be, oh, it was a red rupee. Thanks to our tracker, Jandaby, who pays more attention than I ever possibly could, and this is why I don't track.
I mean, the tracker's gotta keep an eye on everything here. All the little corner stuff. Sometimes we just can't get past us.
Big salute to all the trackers out there in the community. And hey, I know this tournament's winding down in terms of available matches still, as we see Ticknaldo is about to collect a hammer soon. We have our flippers, but we need a sword and probably another mountain climb to get that,
So luckily no basement in play to Moldorm having the other items, so that's good for them. The peace of mind. Never have to worry about the basement. Let's see, so we can see what Turtle Rock is. And now Turtle Rock is Ether. That actually would be good, because that would knock out Pedestal for Ether. Okay, that is double Ether, so that's good in one way. So Pedestal cannot have Ether, so don't have to worry about that. Ticknaldo finally getting their hammer.
this feels so bad.
Let's see. Well, there's a fire rod. Okay.
Fire rod. All right.
So right now it's actually a sword for go mode. No, Ether. You still need Ether.
Yeah. Can't glitch our way into other dungeons at this point. I will be personally very upset if somebody did that. And I would have to disqualify them.
Yeah, so once they get Ether and Master Sword, they'll be in go mode, because the mirror is just gonna be on they have to make another mountain trip just to get that. But they're gonna have to go all the way around. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. That's a really bad place for the mirror.
Yeah. You gotta do the long hike in order to get in.
And Teto I don't think he checked the Spike Cave, so I believe that's in full play. So that's gonna be one of those very corner checks.
So we're gonna defeat Mothula over here. I wonder if we're gonna get like a sword or something right here. But yeah, at this point, Teto, knowing what he knows, is begging for a sword pickup. Any sword pickup. And keep in mind, folks, this is a game 3. The winner of this match does move on. And I believe whoever wins this, yes, they play Doom Tap in the top 8. That's a pretty spicy side of the bracket here, because in the top 8 for that 4, you got yourselves Ganon's Gone Wild versus Arm LX, and then Doom Tap versus the winner of this match. That's a pretty tough set of customers.
Oh, I mean, at this point, it's just like it's just gonna be down to the randomizer. Because
Yeah,
skill-wise, it's gonna be about equal between everyone.
mean-
And ooh, this could be a big thing here.
all right, Ticknaldo, let's see what you got here at Spike. You missed the Mothula item pickup that was frozen.
Moth may have had a sword because I see Teto dashing with a master sword.
Oh my goodness. Things just keep going Teto's way here. Just 10 arrows in Spike too. Wow, so a master sword there. Teto immediately gonna fetch that mirror because that means we can get into Swamp. Yeah, that Ether Medallion, I think that's the last thing Teto needs at this point now, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And bonus points, they're not gonna ever need to dip into Turtle Rock at all.
Yeah, probably we're just gonna find ourselves a boring old Ether Medallion in Swamp, and then we're gonna hope for the meme for a sword in Swamp as well, and then you know, just Master Sword Silverless. We are gonna defeat Pod, yeah. Like Teto's thinking, let's take care of some dungeon stuff. You know, let's clean Pod.
Yeah, never know. I mean, you might just imagine you spike Tempered Sword, or even Silvers would be fine. That'd make Vitreous free.
Yeah, so Ticknaldo, heading back into the Dark World. I wonder what they're up to.
Dark World there. That could be. I mean, the village of yeah, Thieves Town is there. So I mean, it'd be one of them's gonna just take the hammer, follow that into go back into Back of Thieves. Reluctant to do it, but there's a check that you still have on the table.
Yeah. Dealing with a little bit of freezing, folks, so just bear with us. Oh dear. Alright, we got Teto back, so we're gonna be fighting good old Helmasaur for the last item here. I believe there's an item on Helmasaur. But again, you know, we're only looking for just the ether. Ideally, we collect a sword or at least some silver arrows so we have a little bit better than a Master Sword Silverless Ganon, but our runners can do that.
I mean,
Ticknaldo getting the bad news.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not happy with to see that at all. And I mean, there's no fault on it. It's I think just the routing, unfortunately, didn't put the items in a spots that just didn't work for his route.
Yeah, I mean, In the end, that's the randomizer, and I mean, it's not like he even made an A or B call. Oh wow, we're going into Ice Palace on Ticknaldo's side. The only thing that could possibly be here is Ether, but I mean, he's going to be full clearing this. Because he doesn't have the Fire Rod, doesn't have the sword upgrade. There could be another sword here too, so I think did Ticknaldo check the tablet, or we might have missed it in one of the freezes, but
Oh boy, if it's a tracker is off, if his tracker is off for the chat, that's not very good there. Because Ice is a pendant, got the P in the corner there, but still see what's in here. I mean, you could still have Ether in here, so it might be required anyway.
meanwhile, Teto heading into Swamp, so we can clear that. Have to imagine he'll skip left side Swamp at first to see, to get as many kicks at the can as possible.
Okay, a shovel. Trying to see. Well, he might be able to turn that in because you got K45 right next to that. So can kind of pair those two checks up. He'll probably check Bombo's tablet as well after finishing Swamp. Oh yeah, even the red bomb is open after this. Yeah, Swamp is the other red crystal, so that's you can just get all those checks in one go.
Of course we get the big key in the back. Thanks a lot. That's for on Teto's side here. Alright, we love ourselves some hammer cold stare fighting, right?
Ooh. This hammer just... Oh, you get as much as you can out, but hitbox out of hammer is just kind of weird.
It's not fun. But look at him go. Wow, he's got one down. Ooh, down to 2 hearts though. This is scary now. That's 2 down. Ooh, get away, because that guy's gonna move. Ah, gets it done. Well done by Ticknaldo.
That was a good fight. Oh my gosh. Okay, that is interesting. Wow. That is Ether from Cold Stare.
That gives
Oh.
That gives Ticknaldo a fighting chance to get back into this, because that's a disgusting location. There's silver arrows for Teto on, so that's interesting. So, we're in no mode. Ticknaldo has to fetch a few things in order to, be able to, get back into this. There's some required items that he must collect, but, wow, that is so interesting.
Honestly, I'm almost thinking that he probably has to correct his tracker now. I'm wondering that might have actually, in a way, bailed him out to some extent, because doing a pendant ice is not fun.
Yeah, I
And
mean, the advantage that Teto's gonna have is that, Teto's going to be able to go mode Meyer, whereas Ticknaldo is probably going to be full clearing this. So yeah, I see Teto's doing left side swamp. As promised, this is the other time I actually have to disappear for a couple of minutes. We kind of know what's up and what our runners have to do. It's now a matter of doing the thing, right? So I shall be right back, as thanks to XKage for the shout out. Me being completely unprofessional here, but glad to keep Pixcaliger company, and thanks for having me. And big ups to Jan to be our amazing tracker.
yeah, I appreciate the co-coms, Josh.
Fortunately, this is the last round of laundry I gotta do to clean up what our dog did.
And that's looking like Ticknaldo with the Godmire there. Early big key in the spike room, so he's just gonna rush the boss. Okay, left side swamp with nothing. So at this point, it's just when does Teto take the plunge and go into Pendant Ice? And doing Vitreous with a fighter sword and using as many arrows as you can. This can be a pretty ugly fight here. Teto's not going to have that trouble with the silvers. I think Ticknaldo still has potions, so you got safeties in case things go wrong here. Nice Vitreous fight on Ticknaldo's side there. Yeah, that can be really tricky when you don't have a sword, really have a sword to work with. You gotta use your other items to get by on that. Alright, so yeah, Pyramid Fairy had blue potion and heart containers, so I think we know all 4 of our bottles.
Okay.
So nothing new. Ticknaldo taking out Vitreous. I think still looking for the other item.
Yeah, I thought he would do this because he has to clean it because he's not in go mode, so it's going to be a matter of when Teto decides to make the dip into ice. Um,
Yeah, because unfortunately, I believe Meyer was a God Meyer, so Teto's just gonna rush the big key and straight to the back.
well, he might go back in too because of the fear of, missing the required item, with the God Mire here. So if you have to go back in to collect an item or both items, yeah, I don't think you write off that dungeon because you're never coming back to the area. This is all in all just turning into a really twisty, turny, and stinky seed. I mean, it feels so freaking bad when you're not even in go mode and you're an hour and 10 in, especially in Ticknaldo's case when he specifically feels like he blew it on the hammer there. And, those nits. It's just like, alright, when's my opponent gonna be done, right? We're an hour and 10 in. Surely they're just in GT by now, right?
Don't know where they are at this point.
You're expecting to get, like, the declaration that you got your butt kicked, and then it's still not coming in, but, Teto just has to do one thing. And, then we gotta wait to see, how long it takes Teto to do the thing, while, Ticknaldo catches up on collecting the disgusting sequence of items with that fire rod and a sword, and, to be able to get that mirror.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's really bad. I actually have to kind of think through this again. So, Ticknaldo's gonna have to go to the mountain, Dark Death Mountain, to get Fire Rod, and then go beat Moth, and then go back up the mountain again. So at least a couple more mountain climbs just to get the mirror out of that, which I think would put him in go mode at that point. But that's a lot of backtracking.
It is a pretty cursed chain. Looks like Ticknaldo is opting to defeat Helmasaur, at least, to collect some thoughts and think about a plan of action.
Yeah, at some point, got to be thinking about the mountain, because that might be close to all he's got left.
Yeah. It's pretty tough to say.
Looking on Teto's end, like, what has he got left before basically last location in ice at this point? He's going to turn in Green Pendant.
It would just be a couple of random things, like maybe did he do Purple Chest? Just very random stuff like that. Okay, so a couple of mirror-y stuff to do. And yeah, it would just mean going to clear Ice Palace to put him in go. Let's see what he does. Had it fluting to 3, so that's probably Purple Chest. Yeah, probably Purple Chest into the tablet.
And then that actually would be convenient. He would just run to the right after that, right into Pendant Ice. Spike Cave, I don't think he's checked it, but that's so out of the way that you might as well just run your route in a straight line from Purple Chest to Bombo's tablet to Ice Palace at this point.
Yeah. Oh, we're not gonna check the desert tablet. We're gonna just flute to, okay.
Yeah, I didn't see if he actually checked it after he did Swamp.
Yeah, this is just, here we go. Now Teto's gonna be going into ice, so...
It's big here.
Yeah. This is gonna be putting a timer on Ticknaldo to do the cursed chain to get, you know, your fire rod, then your master sword, and then your mirror. He would basically have to do it like right now in order to be on time.
Yeah,
Because
this is gonna be a
Teto will be
little
done.
rough.
Well, he might be doing it. Let's see. We're starting at, yes. Okay, so this means we're going up the mountain for climb number 1. Because Teto's going to be done with... of course we get deadrocked. Because Teto's Teto's got, like, what, 2 minutes left here in... Like, 2 to 3 minutes left here in Ice Palace.
Yeah, not much with the icebreaker. I'm pretty sure he is going to do the iced tea room. He's not going to chance anything.
Oh, chat pointing out something very unfortunate. Ticknaldo could go into Turtle Rock right now.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize. Oh, that's not going to be good if he goes in there. Because we know there's nothing in there that's going to really help. Silvers are on Argus.
Yeah. Oh, geez. This is... We'll see. Do we get the fire rod first? And if so, do we... So he's gonna open the door. That's not terrible in and of itself. But are we gonna go in, or are we gonna check Hookshot Cave first and get our fire rod? And does the fire rod then send him off the mountain? Okay, it looks like we're gonna go to... We're gonna examine this. Okay. So...
if he plays by density, he may very well go into Turtle Rock. And if he finds, like, Ice Rod in there, that just stretches more time in there.
Well, I mean, you would even gamble to Laser Bridge, so, even without the Ice Rod, you would gamble to Laser Bridge, and it looks like we are... Okay, well, you didn't do, Alright, we're pulling for Ticknaldo to save and quit right here.
Yeah, that would be a save, because at least he'll take this fire rod to the correct place.
No, Ticknaldo! No, don't do it! No, Ticknaldo!
Yeah,
Please! We're just wish
surprised.
casting him to do the thing, but no, we're gonna be...
Yeah, I mean, the best he could get is a sword here that would at least mitigate some of the time.
Yeah, it would save him one mountain climb. But, yeah, this is Teto gonna be fighting Cold Stare, and then getting into go mode very shortly. We're gonna blast him with some fire rod shots. So this is Teto gonna be entering go mode at about like 118 on the button there. So yeah, this just means going into Mire, which Ticknaldo has done.
Yeah, so take that. Yeah, Mire in. He's gonna God Mire that because the big key is in the spike room. So that's completely free. He's just gonna run straight to the back. Oh boy. Well, that's kind of not what he wanted to find. Oh no. So he's gonna take that to Trinex unless you find all the items and Trinex just has a map or a compass.
Okay, this time it was because my computer blue screen.
Oh, more tech stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ticknaldo just not getting the good luck there because the Chain Chomp room had Ice Rod.
Oh,
It's
geez.
on
Oh,
sword.
there's
Ooh,
sword.
ooh. Okay,
That's
so
a nice find.
at least that's some amount of bailout, so he doesn't have to
Yeah, this
double
is just
climb.
this is getting tough though. Because Ticknaldo is going to have at least another 3 minutes in here while Teto is going to be godmiring. So, yeah. This is a little bit tough for Ticknaldo here.
I mean, even if, like, say, Laser Bridge has the other sword, I mean, that's gonna help, but that
Yeah,
doesn't split
it's
the silvers. It just that negates a lot of the advantage.
yeah. I mean, this is Teto extending the lead. You know, because in about 45 to 50 seconds, they'll be headed off to GT. So, and you know, Ticknaldo still has to complete the sequence of events here, you know, to get the mirror, to put him into go mode after being done with this dungeon, and then it's got to go leave the mountain and do Swamp and Skullwoods.
Teto putting those silver arrows to good use there.
Pop, pop, pop. So yeah, now this is just still Teto is gonna be headed to GT now and gonna be well on their way to advancing to the top 8 this way. Ticknaldo gonna have to do a lovely hammer try next in a second.
Okay, so seeing all these numbers in the chat. So got the big key in GT. Putting your guesses in 1 through 22. You think where that big key is going to be located?
Well, I always call my shot. I say rando room top right, so it's probably like 16 or so for me. If you're gonna do that.
Yeah, I just went with like 8 or something like that. Just random numbers.
Yeah.
See if the seed decides to troll tile room or something or weird like that. Okay. So it's gonna be another about maybe minute or so. And so Ticknaldo taking out Trinex. I peeked out the stream. I think it was just a heart piece on Trinex, so nothing there.
Disappointing. Wait, did Ticknaldo leave the mountain without collecting the mirror?
Oh my gosh. Oh no. So he's gonna have. Oh, well. Yeah.
I mean, at this point,
Oh.
I'm not gonna be any more sad than I already am, but
Oh yeah, actually, Chat has a point. He was in the dark world. He has to go back to the light world to get that mirror. So that's just tough right there.
right, because the
Oh,
mirror, that's the mirror that we need to mirror over to
so
the tablet.
so
Oh, that
so
hurts.
even the turtle rock sword doesn't bail him out because you still have to do the mountain climb again
Yeah.
anyway. Oh
Oh, that's so
man.
cursed. That's so
Oh
cursed.
well, there's Hope Room. Hope Room with the big key. So that's check.
Literally
Let's
number
see.
one, wouldn't it be? Unless he went to the left first. But 6. Oh, okay, so he was doing a DM style route.
Yeah. So check number 6 had the big key.
Yeah, this is poor Ticknaldo. My heart goes out, you know.
Yeah, it's just the items were just in some really bad spots for his route. Silvers are on Argus, so you're not gonna miss those. But I would think Teto is likely going to check all the chests on the top. Just if you
Yeah,
happen to snipe off another sword, hey, free Ganon fight.
yeah. I mean, we'll see how much fluff he'll do. But
Teto very nicely getting through the gauntlet. Landmo 2, nothing there. And in terms of the Ganon fight, which is the only hard part is just the Master Sword, like the first couple of phases. But otherwise, he's got safeties, you know,
yeah,
all the safeties you could want. I think he's got at least one blue, maybe even 2 blue potions, half cost magic. Um, the cape for safety. I mean, it's just relatively free.
yeah. A little bit frozen again here. Apologies for that. Ah, here we are with Teto again. Um, There's Ticknaldo getting their go mode mirror. Now it's time to go to Swamp, and then they can go into GT, but um,
Yeah, I'm thinking he might have checked that, but he just didn't. He couldn't get the
right. Well, he was
content
doing other
anyway.
checks. He didn't go immediately back for it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, the last chest. Oh, hey, got our bug net. We're at the validation chest.
Fantastic. So Teto is committed to that Master Sword Silver's fight. Um,
Yeah, try to think about the other sword. Could just be the basement of GT. It could be on pedestal. It'd be kind of funny if pedestal has the other sword by chance.
yeah,
Look, that was a nice looked like a triple to end that one. So Teto through Aga 2. Going to begin to the Ganon fight just a little bit under 130.
Alrighty, ooh, we got a nice spin location for Teto there.
Yeah, you kind of need to get the corner for Ganon, because it's like Master Sword. You just get so much recoil when you hit with spin attacks. Like
right.
tempered and
There's
Gold
the
Sword
best
don't-
one though.
Oh, yeah,
This
good
is the
spot
best
there.
one.
Yeah.
Now you can save your mana and do some spins. So this should send him to phase 3. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, that type of corner is really good. I think it's what is it, 6 spins? I think is it 6 spins or no? It's 12 spins. It has to be spin attack, so it's 12 spins. So, like getting that corner, you can get a good number of them out of the way.
And alright, we're gonna have... We get the 1. Ooh, a nice double. And then... Alright, 3 and 4. Oh, it was a single and then a triple. Get your GGs in for Teto. The pig is down. And Teto just has to cross the bridge, and they'll be on face Doom Tap in the top 8, with a race time official 1:31.25. GG's.
Yeah, that was a very quick Ganon fight there. I mean, even with just Master Sword, got through the first 2 phases really quickly.
Yeah, beautifully done. And it appears that Ticknaldo is immediately bailing. Don't blame them, you know, this is a pretty evil seed. Then we'll see if they are interested in chatting about this cursed nonsense. Either one of our runners here.
I mean, got pretty close to even a full inventory. There wasn't much left that was unknown. I think they have all their bottles, but I don't know exactly. I think we did see all 4 of them at the least.
Yeah.
Maybe just a sword. I think that might be the only thing that's actually not known yet. If it's on pedestal, okay, that's fine.
I guess we'll get that pedestals text in a moment. Either you interested in up for an interview? Question mark. Alright. Posted into the chat there. We'll see if they want to chat about it or not. We can hang out for a few minutes here and see what they want to do. But yeah, I mean, that cursed item change, was really the big difference there. I mean,
And pretty much, if you didn't do the checks in a kind of like a particular way, you end up getting really stuck.
yeah, I mean, it was a pretty gnarly, situation there. Teto says, give me a moment, so I guess we'll get Teto in a little bit. Nothing yet from Ticknaldo, so we'll see if they're interested in chatting at all. So yeah, our top 8 is set in the tournament. We got ourselves in the other half of the bracket. We have Osora versus GFE. That will be done via async because of other tournament obligations, and European and North American split here. In order to keep this tournament running, I don't know if you heard that the main tournament, also hosted a lot on SpeedGaming, is coming soon, so we'd like our tournament to be have a bow on it before then. So we have Osora and GFE doing asyncs for their top 8 bracket round. We have Houston Baba versus Jamo, which is who plays the winner of Osora and GFE. They're tied 1-1, so they're working on getting their Game 3 scheduled. Then on the other side, for the top 8, we have Ganon's Gone Wild versus Arm LX. And then we got Teto versus Doomtap.
Yeah, it should be very good for the top 8 and getting to the semifinals to see who wants to get into that. It's tough matches here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty hyped for these matchups. You know, we're gonna have a new champion this year because Arm LX took out our 2023 champion Rob J. Beasley last round. So, and then our 2022 champion Gamachu was defeated by Gem. In a very hyped series. It was a pretty ridiculous, round there. So we'll wait a bit longer for Teto here.
Oh, okay, I think I see him on the setup here.
Ah, there we go. And we are joined by our winner, Teto. Good game.
Hey, GG's.
How does it feel to go where the items are?
Yeah, like, non-seed in the whole tournament. Oh yeah, this is like always the same.
Yeah, I mean, this seed really did come down to getting your hammer first, because that just gave you the chain that you needed to get to the mirror. Yes.
We had like the first game was nearly the same. I did an early pot dip and I got like nothing out of it, so I had a double dip. And at this point, you are like 1 or 2 minutes behind against a very good gamer and player. So you have to take a risk or some risks. And in game 2, I did the right thing. I was like, oh yeah, crystal, last crystal dungeon, turtle rock. Whoops. And missing Ice Ward, and I was like, he might be ahead because of those small things. And I did something else and got rewarded with this. And the same with this seed, in which I was like, I have to skip 1 or 2 off checks, and then it's down to the decision, is it Ice Palace or Desert? And I think most people would play Ice Palace at this point, because it's Ice Palace. And I was like, I assume I'm behind, I'm going for Desert, and you get nothing out of it. And at this point, it's like, it's done. Ticknaldo is too strong of a player to make too many mistakes that this could turn out somehow in my favor. So I was told already what more or less happened, that he did miss track and he did not know the mirror text on the tablet. So this isn't like feeling like a good game in any way. Like in normal circumstances, I would have lost that, and this would be fine. I was glad that I could enter GT, and I was glad that I somehow managed to face off Ganon, but I didn't really deserve this as a win because of those unlucky things. So yeah, just to get this out of the way in the first time here.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it just comes down to that sometimes, right? You know, like which mistake each runner makes is more critical. But you know, you saw it through, you got to the end, right? That's all you can do. All you gotta play to the whistle.
Yeah, you don't know what happened. It's like if you would run a 400-meter race and you know he stumbled and he fell, and then you can be like, oh wait a second, let's get this sorted out. But where do you cut the line? Where it's like too much of fair play, or where it's like you can see it and you can maybe talk about, but it's really a thin line.
Right, yeah.
And then it's like one of the most important things would be like we have some kind of a language barrier maybe with the text. For example, boing 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 on pedestal with like it's like in no language useful hint at first.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so this is like one of those things. If there would have been just mirror, I think everybody gets that's playing the game. But your reflection thingy thing, yeah, never got this before, but it could be something really stupid. I don't need a shield, mirror shield. Yeah, it's like
Right, yeah, that's a little disappointing too. I know we've put many times, you know, like a request in with the developers to either doesn't some of the other branches use like a more standardized text, or it's in cross
yeah.
keys that it does that? I mean, I know we've put that request in, so yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to sort something out eventually to be able to have that changed. I know we've faced resistance on that, so it's another earnest plea from the both of us to have a more standardized set of references on there, because I know we've had even a website where you could type in the name,
Yeah.
you know, type in some of the text.
Which is really great. I love the community behind everything and people giving so much effort. And I'm sure like Tiki or other player know like 99% of the text. Even I sometimes get a text in, like I said, either cross keys with the other branch or in this video, in which you're like, what was it right now? I think it's this, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, but
Yeah, that's
Some of
tough.
them, because I know there's one on pedestal that I think it says tickle beam, and I'm like, I don't even know what that is. The only reason I
Yeah.
knew that because I saw the seat play out, because it's hook shot, and I'm like, how are you supposed to know that's the hook shot? Just from that. I mean, if it just puts the item, okay, a pedestal says hook shot, okay, fine. We know everyone knows what that is, and you just
I enjoy the text. It reads pretty. Like it's a nice thing
It's
describing
flavor.
the item, but or maybe a toggle option for people who are enjoying those. Like, do you want to have readable? What's that called? Hints or texts, or do you want to
Yeah.
have like those fancy descriptions, which people do enjoy, but in this case might be a great addition to avoid games and winning or losing like this. So this is like, yeah, I'm sorry for all the negativity at this point. It's like you won the game, cool, but sorry, I don't feel like this currently.
No, I
In
totally
all
understand your
respect.
feelings.
Yeah.
It's valid to feel that way.
Yeah, because there's some seeds that are truly execution. So let's say it's a jet seed, it's truly who's executes better, and then you got some seeds like this. It's just a big puzzle. It's more who figures out the puzzle first. This one just kind of went all over. I mean, at least you got funneled into AGA 1, because had AGA 1 not been required, I mean, who knows when either of you would have went to take AGA 1 just for a book for a few checks.
Yeah, at this point I was hoping for maybe the Moon Pearl. I was trying to game and meta game so hard. It's like you know most of the opponents. You know, like in terms of routing and luck versus execution, where you might stand. And if you are able to read the scene in the first 30, 40, 50 minutes and be like, where's my currently maybe stand in this race? So you have to decide maybe a little bit other than you would normally expect or do. But yeah, it feels like I did the right things in the second game. The first game was the opposite, more or less.
Yeah.
And now this is coming down to mistakes. Oh yeah,
Yeah, it feels good / feels to advance.
yeah,
I guess we're gonna have to wrap up pretty soon here.
yeah.
To make
Sorry
room
for the rant.
for SG Live. They're gonna be doing the Metroid Enemy Percent in a bit, but last question. Your next opponent's Doom Tap. Any thoughts on facing them?
No, I was like eliminated 20 minutes before as I never got the Ether medallion, so let me just realize that I'm still playing in this tournament. So
All good.
it,
Yep.
it will be another game in which I would say we have different strengths and he might exceed mine in like both of those descriptions of routing and execution. So I have to do something, I guess. We will see. I hope that if he's going to win, he's crushing me and doing the right things and not by mistakes, other way around.
Yeah. Well. And best of luck either way. Congratulations on making the top 8. You know, it's a huge accomplishment. You know, getting this far. It's not easy to be here. There's quite a few very spicy names here, still to go. The winner of you two will have to play the winner of ArmLX or Ganon's Gone Wild. So it's not going to get any easier from here.
Oh yeah. Really, really great people. Thanks for commentating, both of you, before
Yeah.
I'm talking for the next 2 hours. So, really a big thanks and have a great evening.
Yeah, happy to have you on. Congratulations and GG's. That'll do it for me on chatting here with y'all. I see some running and commentating commands in chat, so big thanks to Pixcaliber here on comms and Jan to be on tracking. And yeah, Pixcaliber, take us out.
Yeah, also thanks to Josh Bittner for the co-commentary. This is quite the interesting race we had here, Game 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think it's the SG Live that's coming up.
Yeah, it's the Super Metroid Any Percent. So that's the online tournament for that, and that'll be on here. You can check out the full SpeedGaming schedule for today. It's quite a packed schedule. As I noticed when I saw that this match got scheduled today that we just calmed on to be able to fit it into the schedule. We got a lot happening this weekend. So hope y'all check out all the various stuff on SpeedGaming's channels. Big up to SpeedGaming for hosting this tournament for the 3rd year in a row. Always a pleasure partnering with y'all and putting these matches for people to check out.
Yeah, so gonna be signing off here on SG3. So I'm Pixcaliber, and we'll see you guys in the next race.
All right, take care.